Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Norland. So in today's episode we're going to attempt to vassalize Misthaven, and we're going to go ahead and do that now since we saw that they do not have a garrison, and because of that Ragnar will be the only lord that we will send. We will give him plenty of warriors though. We'll give him our best ones as well. I suppose we'll send 12 just in case the situation there changes, and we'll want to make sure that we're giving them all armor as well, and we'll give them I guess half and half. So that looks good. The only thing they're lacking is the shields, which we haven't started to produce just yet. There was another flesh wolf attack over here, but this time one of our warriors has assisted and made sure that we didn't lose another peasant. Alright, so the warriors are ready. Let's go ahead and send them out. Ragnar's squad has a 95% chance of winning, because again, they do not currently have a garrison. Now, another thing we should do here on the world map is we can see that there's a conflict between neighbors. This is between Misthaven and Moonrealm, so it's a way to just boost Moonrealm's opinion a bit more. So we're going to publicly declare our support for them, and we're going to send a messenger. And what's interesting here is that we don't currently care what Misthaven thinks of us, but they'll soon be our vassal, if we win this battle. And they're going to be a vassal who absolutely hates us. Now, it doesn't really matter if they don't have the military power to oppose us and to rebel against us, but, there's something to consider that we have a vassal that probably is going to want to break free at the first chance. So we just got a notification that Thorsten was refused a date by Aslaug, so he requested to go on a date with her, and she said no, so that's good. But now Thorsten hates her. So we have another issue with our wife not getting along with some of our other characters here. But Thorsten, he's already trying to make a move. He just got here, but you can see he's got that penalty there, denied a date by Aslaug, so that's a negative 16 to his mood. Very unhappy about that. But yeah, you notice he waited until he left. So as soon as Ragnar left and went to the world map, he tried to make a move on his lady. Alright, so we should be there very soon. Let me just double check, see if they're still without a garrison. They are. Alright, excellent. So this will be a very easy victory here. So we didn't have anybody get injured, nor was anybody killed. Vile deceiver, how many deaths and sorrows have you sown with your attack? How many children have been left fatherless? Well, none of them, because we didn't actually fight anybody. Well, now I'm your vassal. However, remember that I will always fight for my freedom. So just a little warning there that he will attempt to gain freedom once he senses any weakness. Now we'll see our tribute is going to be 74 gold, so that will be helpful. And you can also see that he has a bandit camp here. We could take that bandit camp out, help our new vassal out before we return home. That would result in us fighting just 3 bandits, and we can get that gold and perhaps some prisoners. So we'll be bringing something back with us. Another option would be to deal with the bandit camp over here in Lakehold, help out our friends, or we could attack Greenspire, but we'd only be able to raid their villages because we haven't demanded their vassalage just yet. Taking a look at their garrison, there's only the heir Conan there currently because the king has taken the rest of their troops onto the global map. He's right over here. So I believe that's our ally right there, so I'm not entirely sure what he was doing. He's attacking Briarcliff. It seems this village here is Briarcliff, and that is a ways from its capital. But as we saw last episode, we can't attack immediately and do the demand of vassalage. We have to send that off, and then they have to reject it before we could actually attack them. And it might be wise to wait to do that, because Ragnar is about to increase his combat skill. We're also about to start getting some shields for our troops. We already have 3 of those produced at the moment, and so I think it would be better to just wait. And we'll go and attack these bandits here with Ragnar's army, 87% chance of victory, so he'll turn the other way and go attack them. Now we can see that we did get a notification here about the market volume of all goods has increased, so that's the local demand. So basically you can sell more stuff before the market gets saturated. So let's go and do this battle. I know it's going to be a small one, because in fact there's only a few bandits here, but we don't get to do battles very often, so we'll go ahead and actually watch it out. Watch it on the map here. They slow that down just a little bit. So they do have one bowman. And remember, all of our troops are injured. That's another reason why it might be wise for us to wait. Yeah, they already took one of them out here. Hopefully he's just injured though. Or further injured, I should say. So our archers took out their bowmen there. And we have defeated both of them. Alright, excellent. So a nice victory there without losing any of our warriors. 2 of theirs are dead, so we only captured 1. We also increased the relationship with our new vassal, so that's good since we defeated their forest bandits. And then got the usual benefits from attacking a bandit camp. So we do have a trader here. He's fairly good. I think we're going to have to trade with him though, because I really want to get some holy rings. And there's a ton of stuff that we could sell as well. Again, it's not the best way to do it, so we might be a little bit careful with how much we sell and buy. But at the very least, I'd like to get the 5 holy rings. Sigurd finished researching Command Volume 1, so his command skill is now at 6. Alright, fantastic. So he's going to be taking over, leading our troops once Ragnar starts to decline. He's 41 years old, so he still has almost a decade left. It seems the trader is experiencing a panic attack. Okay, so that's the reason why he wasn't over here. I was wondering what was going on, why Guthrum wasn't going to trade with him. It seems the trader was having some issues. I should really decrease his trade ability for the day. Alright, so Guthrum will go over there and trade with him. And a child has been born. That is Helga and Guthrum's first child. So let's go ahead and take a look at that new character. So that is a son. His name is Race currently, so we might want to change that. We're going to buy those 5 holy rings, and we're going to pay for it primarily by selling rye and some medicine. We're really starting to produce the medicine. Currently have 27. So we're going to sell 17 of those. The 10 that we have should be enough for the return of our warriors, considering that maybe only a couple of them were injured in that last battle. You know, injuries that will need to be treated. They should have already treated the injuries that they had prior to the battle. Now, Sigurd doesn't really have any other books that we'll want him to read right now, unless we wanted him to preemptively learn some of these books and skills that we'll eventually lose access to. I want him to get the Combat Volume 2. However, we currently have Ragnar set up to read that, so we're going to let him finish that. He's at 55% at the moment. So this is the resolution of the conflict between neighbors. So increase the opinion with Moonrealm and lost more opinion with our vassal here. You can see that we're getting a plus 25 due to the might of our army. They'll essentially always hate us due to all those negatives that we have. And so I'm not really too worried about his opinion rating. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the peasant's house constructed. So this has living space for 2 peasants. It significantly increases their chances of becoming loyalists. As far as where we're going to put the houses, maybe just back here next to these. We could also squeeze it in right here and maybe rotate that. You rotate buildings with Q and E. I don't think you could always do that before, but you've been able to do it for a while and I haven't made use of it. So yeah, we'll put our first peasant's house there. As for the next one, might put it back here. It's not really next to workplaces or anything, but it is next to that temple, so there is that. So yeah, I suppose we'll put one more over there, and that's in our house in here, because eventually we are going to need it. This does require iron, so that is one thing you need to consider before you go constructing a bunch of them. We're just going to get 2 of them for now. And it's one reason why you might not want to rely solely on peasant's house, like get rid of your dormitories or whatever, or not build any more of those. And remember, each one of them only has space for 2. That's a lot of resources just to house 2 people. And now that Ragnar and his squad has returned with that 1 prisoner, we just achieved our ambition to get to 100 population. And so that's going to boost the opinion of all of the people in our settlement. Or boost their mood, I should say. We really need to fix the issues between our lords. Maybe that's something we'll work on tomorrow, while Ragnar, studies the combat book. we'll try and fix the problems between Aslaug and Helga. I almost feel like it's not a bad thing for her and Thorsten not get along, since we've seen he's already trying to make a move on her. We need to get him a spouse, but money is still an issue. Despite that 75 gold that we brought home, that's just not enough. Looks like we're dealing with a bandit over here. That'll get us that one dagger, and also the 1 gold that he has. But yeah, money's still an issue for us. We need to get a good trader. I'm hoping that the next trader will be, and when I mean good, I mean the opposite of that. I'm hoping that he'll be crabby. See that several of our warriors are using medicine. This could have also been those peasants that were in that fight there. But yeah, we need a good trader so we can sell. We have a lot of stuff we can sell. Now, unfortunately, we've seen that the hops price has been ruined because I oversold so much, and the market saturation is so bad. And so if we want to start selling that again, we're just not going to get much. We do have a lot of other things that we could sell, including the maces, the light armor. Could sell a few of those. I thought we had a lot of rye here, but apparently not. And I don't know if we actually want to sell that, since we need to turn it into flour and beer. And Guthrum has received an enlightenment, the brewery upgrade. Right, excellent. And Thorsten has also received an enlightenment, the paper workshop. We already have the paper workshop, but it's always helpful to have more people with those skills. So let's go ahead and upgrade this now, since we've gotten that inspiration. I've been wanting to upgrade the brewery. In fact, we have Guthrum researching it now. Yeah, you can see that he has it here, so that should remove itself. We can also just remove it in there if it doesn't. Like if we see that he goes and starts researching something. Guthrum has achieved perfection in the skill management, unlocking his skill trait Sharp Tongue. So he'll no longer need to use paper for the use of his chancellery. And so now if that's the case, we could assign them to do a bit more. However, I'm wondering if this actually works, because it seems like they never use the paper. And if we look in here, well, at the moment it's not here, but usually there's an alert telling us that we don't have paper available for the chancellery, and you can see that there isn't any in stock either. And that's the case always. So I wonder if it's working right. It feels like it's not. I think they're still giving their tasks out though. And so yeah, now that he has that ability with his management skill of 20 currently because he's inspired, but 15 is what it will normally be at. Yeah, we're going to want to assign most of these locations to the chancellery now. We got it up to 17 of 20, so we still have the ability to assign a few more locations. That gets them up to 18. We have Thorsten doing these two. So let's go ahead and take them out of there, and that should be pretty good, I think. I think there's still a few locations being managed by our lords. We have this one here, which is not as important to get a good bonus there. We could change Ragnar from doing it though, and instead have, I don't know, it doesn't really matter that much. We'll give Thorsten that task so he's at least managing one location and increasing his skill. We're getting our tribute today. Alright, excellent. Race is not currently being educated. Remember, we do need a name for him, so feel free to provide suggestions down in the comments, and we'll get him named in the next episode. Let's go ahead and have him educated, I think, by his father. Yeah, we'll do the general training. And even though Thorsten is the best here, I think we already have him educating somebody. I think he's educating our daughter, if I'm not mistaken. Guthrum's not good at educating. In fact, he is the worst one. Okay, well, he can increase his skill. Now, given he does have a lot of tasks and stuff, but I want to make sure that Race does spend some time with at least one of his parents. Aslaug's the one educating Sigurd. She is being educated by Thorsten. Alright, so I want to improve the relationship between Helga and Aslaug, so we might have them do something here after they finish eating and drinking. In fact, maybe they're improving their opinion now, but it looks like Helga's tired. How tired is she? It's not that bad. We could have her socialize with her sister-in-law. We won't have them go hunting. Neither of them have good combat skills, so we don't want them to get injured. So yeah, we'll let them socialize and see if that can't improve their opinion a bit. Alright, so Ragnar is studying that Combat Volume 2. When he's done with that book, we'll have his son read it to get his opinion up, which you can see that Sigurd, is he like inspired or something? Or did he just, yeah, he's inspired right now. I was going to say, how did he get his skills so high? It's because he's currently inspired. I guess I wasn't even aware that kids could be inspired. I hadn't ever noticed it, probably because I don't get the actual icon for it. So the only way to see it is if you happen to take a look at them when they're inspired. So we do have some forest bandits in our land that we need to get taken care of. So we'll do that tomorrow. We'll send Ragnar after them. It's 6 bandits with 150 loot. And we might want to do a few things out there while we have Ragnar on the map. Let's go and send that Vassalizing demand to Greenspire. And maybe this time they'll be a bit wiser than Misthaven was. If they're not, it will be more of a fight. We can see that they have Conan and 5 other troops in the garrison at the moment. And he also has Dragonhorn in his alliance, so they'll support him. Now, the reason why they're not as strong as they could be is because they've already sent reinforcements to Dragonhorn to defend them against one of their enemies. And so that's why it's not as well defended as I think it normally would be. And so it'd be a much easier fight if he were to attack. We'll have to see what happens. He'll probably be there for a while. Depends on how long he's already been in the area. But he might not arrive in time to defend his territory. We have another trader today. He's not quite as good as the last one, but still pretty good overall. But yeah, we're going to have to trade with him. We can't wait. And plus Guthrum's inspired today, so yeah, this is actually a great day to do it. This is 18 to 9. That's basically equivalent to trading with somebody who has a trade skill of 4. So yeah, it's a fantastic day to trade. I didn't notice that he was inspired. Many of our lords are inspired. They're quite happy at the moment. Helga and Guthrum are actually having a date. I think Ragnar was going to have a date with Aslaug as well. Not entirely sure what happened there. We did learn the Combat Volume 2 though. So now Ragnar's combat skill is 10. Right, that's fantastic. And that will also allow Sigurd to now start reading that book. So let's go ahead and get that set up so that he can increase his combat skill as well. I was supposed to give Thorsten those holy rings yesterday, and I forgot to do that. So let's go ahead and have Ragnar do that now. So we're going to reward him with 5 holy rings since he doesn't have any. Then help boost his opinion of Ragnar as well as boost his mood. At the moment we have a -3 with him, so he's not happy with us. We've seen that he's a very envious guy, although I don't think he actually has that trait. He's greedy, as we've seen that he got that recently. But his starting negative trait is lustful. So he's not even envious, and yet he's constantly getting these opinion penalties because he's envious of our rings, which, you know, all characters get that. But he's also envious of our victories. Alright, so Holy Caravan has arrived, so Guthrum should go over there and start trading with him soon. Ragnar just rewarded Thorsten, so he should have a better opinion. Yeah, he's got a +5 now. And also his mood should be much better because he has at least the 5 rings. So this is where we get our tribute from our vassals. It's 2 times the population of the settlement. So Misthaven has 34 people, and thus we're getting 68 gold every time the trader comes. And so it doesn't quite offset our current tax on warriors. We're purchasing 2 books a day. Both of these are building upgrades. So the mine one we absolutely have to get because we are running out of iron. And then this is for the herbalists, so we can upgrade them. And then we're going to be paying for that with selling some of our medicine. Might want to sell a bit more because it's actually at a really good price today. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and sell a little bit more of this, and it would allow us to get an additional book if we say sold all of it but 5, and that does result in market saturation, but isn't increasing the price yet until we sell one additional one. Maybe we should sell that, because we can always produce more, and it'd be really nice if we could buy an additional book. We're also going to be selling some of our bows, our maces, and then that hops, which of course we're not getting much money for it, but yeah, we're going to sell that to get 105 gold. And then I wanted to show you guys all the books that are currently available. These are the language dictionaries, so that's how a character learns a new language, since remember, certain books will be written in specific languages, and you won't be able to read those if your character doesn't know them. These are for making heavy armor and swords. A lot of the stuff here, including those 2 goods, cannot be produced until after we get steel, so we'll need a smelting furnace, and so maybe that's the one we should get. There's also the poisoner book, grants the character the poisoner trait, which allows them to craft and use poisons. This character can poison someone either by the order of the king or on their own whim, so it can be dangerous if certain characters get it, maybe want to take out another character they don't like. If everything goes well, no one will suspect anything. However, in the case of failure, the target may start a fight to the death with the poisoner. We're not going to purchase that particular book, but I want to show you guys some of the other options that we're not currently getting, since, again, I think we could purchase one more. It makes sense to get the smelting furnace, so that we could get steel and thus make perhaps some swords or some heavy armor. But I think it might be a better option to get the Military Logistics Volume 2. This speeds up your army movement by 100%. That is one of the main limiting factors for, any type of warfare. Your commanders can only do so much because there's only so much time in the day. Now, this is going to take a while to learn because it's 13 intelligence is the recommended. However, you can only get one of the bonuses. So let's say we bought the Volume 1. It speeds up army movement by 50%, so still quite significant. But yeah, if we read this one, and then we read this one, then you lose a bonus from that. So you're kind of just wasting the money. And so I think it would be better to get this one here, even if it does take a while for us to learn it. And then we're just going to sell a few more things, so we're not paying as much. Like maybe a couple more of those maces and bows. And that actually earns us a bit of money. Because again, it's a good day to do it with this trade difference here. Alright, so I think that's solid. We're getting 3 books. Let's go and do that trade. And then we'll want to get that set up. All of our characters to research these. I think that Sigurd, since he doesn't really have much to do throughout the day, because he is going to be a military commander in the future, we'll have Sigurd research this. And I know that he is already currently doing this one here, which I guess that means we'll have to cancel that first. But he was only 1% of the way done with it. And he doesn't have a lot to do throughout the day, so it just makes sense to have him work on that. And then the mine upgrade should be the focus of our most intelligent character, which Thorsten is at the moment, because Aslaug is doing the loyalty basics. Alright, that's fine, so we'll have him do it. And then for the herbalist upgrade, I think we'll just wait to do that, because we already have a lot of stuff being researched at the moment. Our cutthroats have been bribed again. We still have this night patrol set up, so that's 5 guards assigned. That's covering all the important areas here. I think setting up some additional patrols wouldn't be a bad idea. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to get another night patrol over here. And we're probably just going to have 1 guard assigned to that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. There's a little bit of overlap here, but that's fine. So just the 1 guard in that location. Still have the 5 here, since this is where it's important to be protecting. And then we can also have some additional day patrols. We got the 2 in this location and the 2 over here. I guess we haven't really seen any attacks up in this area. I think we need to start moving these. You can see they're getting kind of far, particularly this one here, from the forest. This one here isn't around any trees either. Okay, so let's go ahead and move these. Move this one north, so just up here. Maybe get it, let's get in that location. And then this one would move into this area. Let's put it right there. You can see they're already working on trees in that area, so them not having to walk as far would be really good. And yeah, this is just going to cost us the 15 wood to move all of these. And then this one would move down here somewhere. Maybe right here. Took out a tree, unfortunately. Now remember, it is important that you don't take out all of the trees. You see we've cut down 19% of the forest. If it gets to, I believe, 50%, then you'll start to see soil fertility decrease. So that will eventually become a problem. We've mined most of our iron, so it's really good that we're getting that mine upgrade research now. So we're going to get that level 4 and level 5. That'll give us a lot of additional iron. And the next thing we're going to do is hire some additional warriors. We actually have several loyalists, and they are level 3. Alright, so let's go and hire these two here. Get our warrior count up to 18. Remember, we can have up to 20 with our current barracks. What was important there is that we had 2 homeless peasants at the moment. These are the houses. I don't know if I've showed that yet. So those are the 2 beds, and unfortunately, this house is where one of the cutthroats is living. So that's a shame. He became a cutthroat, or maybe just the cutthroat moved into the house. So clearly crime is paying. Let's take a look at the economic report. So yeah, we did make more than we paid. That's what we want to see. It's also a request for assistance from Lakehold. They're always requesting for assistance. Yeah, they're going to be annexed by Rightvale if they fail to defend their territory. So Rightvale's right over here. I just don't know that I want to concern myself with that at the moment, guys. Now we have these other things that we're working on. Our demand for vassalage is almost there. And if we're going to do anything for Lakehold, I'd prefer to do this neutralization order to try and earn the 900 gold. But can't do that until after this happens, and just take out one of their lords here. So I think that's what we'd do instead. So once that's done, we'll try and do the neutralization order. I think it's going to cost us like 400 gold when I last looked at it, and we'd earn 900. So it'd be the majority of the gold that we currently have at the moment. Hopefully we'd still have enough to pay the wages. Maybe not. We'll have to see. That could cause some issues. Let me just take a look at our finances here. Oh wow, Thorsten and Ola are currently fighting. Let's go and take a look at that situation. So it's one of the cutthroats that was probably hired to attack a lord. Luckily our warriors are in the area to assist. And we can see our result here. We've challenged the authority of Radadar and will soon receive a response. So we haven't gotten that answer just yet. Well, let's go ahead and do this mission here, the neutralization order. So that's going to be in the Dark Deeds, Lord's Assassination, and I want to say it was Ramesset. Let me just double check on that. Yeah, they want Ramesset assassinated. So the chance of success depends on the character's persuasion and command skill. And remember, when we send messengers, they use the king's skills. So that's one of the reasons why you want to have a high persuasion for your king, or at least a decent persuasion. I mentioned that in the first episode. And so we have a 52% chance with Ragnar. I don't think anybody else is going to have a better chance, considering the fact he's our best when it comes to both persuasion and command. And so we're going to send a messenger. It's going to cost us 400 gold to complete that. So we're now broke. Got some economic issues. And I don't know if we'll have enough to pay everybody. We'll have to see. Could have issues with that. I did want to take a look at the financial situation. Our warriors are doing really, really well. So I'm going to pay them a bit less. Particularly today, since we know that we have some financial problems here. And so let me just see, what are we paying in total? 462. Okay, so that could become an issue, guys, because we're only sitting on 258 at the moment. So we had this prophecy last episode, and it's going to come true soon. That's the army of deserters. And so that's going to be a very large bandit camp we'll have to deal with. On top of everything else that's currently going on. Our future conflict with Greenspire here. And we see the king did just return home as well. And so they're going to have a larger garrison now that we'll have to deal with. And it seems we did fail in that assassination attempt. So that decreased our relationship with the matriarch, so she's not going to be happy because we sent assassins to a neighbor on top of the 2 times we attacked our neighbors. And then, you know, as you'd expect, the king of Greenspire is not going to be too pleased with us either. But we're trying to make him a vassal. We'll likely have to attack him soon, so that's not as big of an issue. See that some of our pops, our people, approve of that action. Did they ever increase their opinion of each other? Do they still hate each other? Let me just take a look. Well, they don't hate each other. Okay, so that's good. Let me take a look at her other relationships. Okay, she's not doing too bad now. So we got a result from our demand for vassalization. Just based on this, I'm assuming that they have agreed. Yes, he did agree. Alright, so we didn't even have to attack him. And we got a new vassal, and that's going to result in us getting, I think it was 76 gold in tribute. Alright, fantastic. Looking good now, guys. So we're building our empire. But now we come upon a bit of an issue here. We don't have anybody to attack who we don't have a good relationship with. Lakehold is our long-term friend here, which I can't seem to get the opinion to pop up here. It's plus 56 at the moment. They're not happy because we have those bandits. We're going to deal with those, though, here soon. And then Moonrealm, you know, we've supported them in their conflicts, hunted with their king. But honestly, that'd probably be the best option to attack since we really like Lakehold. They're about to be attacked by these bandits here. I assume they'll be able to defeat those. Maybe not. They don't have much of a garrison. We could help deal with their bandit camp. We need to deal with our own here in a minute. First, let's go ahead and select our king's ambitions, which we could do the conquer to get the 5 vassals. Might just be easier to do the fertile and get the 121 people, since we're not that far from achieving that objective. And I'm not entirely sure who the other 3 we'd conquer would be. You do Moonrealm, and then I guess you can come over here and start conquering them next. But yeah, I think this would be easier. I'm not sure if there's any benefit of doing the conquer over the fertile one, so we'll just go with that. Because it's really just about getting the mood bonus. You know what, let's go ahead and pause this, because we're going to go ahead and set up an army with Ragnar leading, of course, with a 13 command skill, and then assign one of our best warriors here, though he's currently injured, so that we can attack that bandit camp. Again, we'll probably just send 12, and I guess we'll send her, even though she's got a worse mood at the moment. So we'll send these 12 here. We have a couple shields for them to bring. We have enough armor as well, and then we'll give them a good combination of bows and maces. That looks good. Let's go and send that squad over here. And once they get all their weapons together, we'll send them to attack the bandit camp in our location. And I suppose we could always send them over to, there's this one in Moonrealm, if we wanted to boost their opinion. There's also this one over here. That's a bit further away though. This one's more on the way, because yeah, you can come, I don't know that he'll go down this way. I think he'll take the roads. Yeah, I don't know that he'll actually go across here to get on this road, so he'd probably go around here and then over to that location. And it's still closer doing it that way, so it might be the way we go about doing it. Our warriors are armed and ready, so let's go and send them over there now to attack this bandit camp. 75% chance of victory. And we got this character returning home. Is he the one who failed to assassinate that guy in Greenspire? I assume so. So basically we just wasted that money. So very unfortunate, because I was hoping to get that completed and then get the payment from Lakehold, the 900, but 52% chance and we failed. And so we really need to get this money and bring it back home. So it might make sense to just go ahead and do this one attack and then have Ragnar return to the settlement. Yeah, I think we should, because we don't even have enough to pay our wages today, guys. Now, given, you know, you get more money from selling your goods, but yeah, you got to pay the wages first. So yeah, I think getting that money back home would be in our best interest. So we'll have Ragnar do this attack. Again, it's going to be 7 bandits, so we outnumber them. I'm sure our combat skill is much higher as well. So let's go ahead and do this battle on the map. This will be our second battle for the episode. So we're going to attack them. Speed this up, get them over there a little bit faster. How many bowmen do they have? Looks like 2. Alright, so our bowmen will outnumber them. We have 5. Might be able to weaken them a bit before our melee fighters get there. And this should go pretty smoothly, guys. Might lose one warrior, take some injuries. Yeah, they're already down to 3 now. Alright, he has surrendered. Excellent. I had to kill that guy, apparently. Yeah, the commander, he surrendered and we still killed him. So there's 2 that are dead, and we captured 5. Alright, excellent. We've improved the matriarch's opinion and got that loot. So if we don't free some of our prisoners, or turn them into warriors, then we are not going to have housing for everybody, since we have the 5 coming back. I think that's what we got, right? Yeah, 5. And we only have space for 20 here in the prison ward. Or actually we have 21. Okay, space for 21. So we only need to free 1 of them. Okay, so I don't know how we'd want to do that. Probably base it off of whether or not they're a former gangster. So you kind of just randomly click on characters here. They might all be former gangsters, I don't know. Well, here's one that's not. This is a fanatic. Alright, yeah, what we could do is go ahead and free this character. We'll have, I guess we'll have Thorson do it. And Guthrum and Helga are going on another date today. They've been having a lot of dates lately. They seem to have refound their love. You see, we did not get that money back in time, so that's a bit of an issue because people didn't get their payments. We can try and trade. Obviously, Guthrum is busy. Oh, there we go. Ragnar just got home. Alright, excellent. Yeah, we'll want to trade because now our tax on warriors will not be as high as the tribute that we're getting. Well, let me take that back. We didn't get the full tax from Greenspire since they weren't our vassal for the entire day. Let's go and sell that medicine. We'll want to leave a little bit in there. We're not getting as much as we were. As you can see here, we're just getting to 15. We can sell some additional paper here just to make sure that we're going to actually get a profit today, because we're going to go ahead and purchase the knowledge for the smelting furnace. So we'll eventually get that researched. We're going to need to sell a bit more though, guys. So let's go and sell some of these daggers. They don't produce a lot here. And then maybe sell the bows and some of the maces too. We have some extras here. So just trying to make sure that we're actually making money today. And maybe sell a couple moonshine. And I guess we'll trade some of the hops as well. Alright, that looks good. So I'll make a little bit of money here. It's not the best trading day. That's another thing to consider. We could have sold a bit more. Guthrum got so tired that he passed out. Alright, so that's unfortunate. We do have the King of Moonrealm here. He's playing dice. Who's he playing dice with? Who's about to lose money? So he played with Aslaug. Did she win or did she lose? She probably won. Yeah, she has 26 holy rings here. Warnos has 2, so he definitely did not win that round of dice. Excellent. So our wife is earning herself some holy rings. Seems some cutthroats have dared to break into the house of Aslaug. I don't think they got over there though before they got attacked. I did have it on speed 3. And so I didn't see him hop in there. I don't think he did. I think he just tried to break in and then he got stopped immediately because we have all of these warriors doing the night patrol in this area. So yeah, we're getting rid of some of our criminals. So that's excellent. So unfortunately, the last thing we're going to be able to do in today's episode is go ahead and get this brewery upgraded, because we do have a few unemployed peasants. That's only going to employ one of them. So we might hire some additional warriors, since remember we have 2 open slots here. And I do want to increase the size of the military. We have a lot of problems here. So we'll get both of those loyalists hired. So we have a massive army. Obviously, you know, you got to consider the fact that they're not producing anything for you. You You give them all that money and they do spend it, but they're not actually doing anything for each settlement. And so when you have a settlement of this size and 20 of them are warriors, probably not the wisest decision, but we're not going to hire anybody else. I won't build another barracks. It's just going to be those 20 warriors. And we do need them, because remember we have that problem that's going to be popping up on the map here soon. And we'll continue to make use of that military as well, sending Ragnar out to do conquests and to take out bandit camps to bring us more money. In the case of this forest bandit camp, probably wouldn't be worth it. There's only one bandit there and you're only going to get the 25 gold. Now you would get the opinion boost, but he already likes this quite a bit. Over here though, that's 100 gold. So might be a better option. Is it like 25 gold per bandit? That's what it seems like. Because there's 4 bandits here. And yeah, 1 here, and they're getting 25 and 100 in this case. So as we begin a new day, and all of our residents leave morning services and go to the fields or their workplaces, do hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Hope to see you on the next one, and thanks for watching.